What's up, guys? Today was the Nifty Knitting Stuff trailer drop, so we finally have some footage of the knitting thing in action. Despite this being a pretty simple concept, there are a few things to know about this pack other than the knitting. To get it out of the way, the release date is July 28th for both PC and consoles. I'll link to the trailer in the description. I thought it had some charm, and it looks like dude loses his mind and gets obsessed with knitting. So yeah, knitting is of course the main feature here. It's a fully fleshed out 10 level skill as far as I can tell. You can buy a yarn basket to get access to the things you need to knit. Knitting is a portable skill as you can bring your yarn basket anywhere. Evidently, cats can also take advantage of your hobby too. Leveling knitting will unlock new patterns and types of clothing for you. It'll start with simple stuff like socks and eventually let you make things like sweaters and children's toys. Apparently, low quality knitting looks bad, which is a pretty cool addition. They made a teach to knit interaction that'll let you share your skills with someone else, maybe one of the young'uns. So, when it comes to wearing your knitted items, they made this system where knits unlock and create a sim. This will let you see what things look like before you bother to knit, but we know you're just going to knit everything and lock all of them anyway. There is also a new Lord or Lady of Knitting aspiration you can pursue, so there's that. So, what do you think about knitting and what you see here? Are you excited for it or ho hum? I'd also ask what you voted for. How many of you are out there who cast your ballot for knitting? I will say that I am glad to see a full skill in a stuff pack, but I'll be using Speed 3 a lot because it's not very engaging to watch a sim knit. As you may gather, this was a community voted stuff pack, so they gave us a lot more info from behind the scenes than they normally do. And they also let players vote a lot on what would make it into the pack and tried to incorporate community feedback. I really wish this were not a rare thing, and I hope they do this for something other than a stuff pack someday. Moving along, another feature of this pack is the new rocking chair. I noticed something about these. They're a bit wider than most of the rocking chairs I see, and it hit me immediately why that is. To snugly fit fat butts. They were probably clipping through the side of the chair. And that's why everyone else looks small sitting in them. To me, it's more like a rocking throne. There are two designs, one with arms and one without, and evidently Sims don't use the arms. I haven't seen that happen yet. I may be wrong. I'm personally hoping they did something unique with them, maybe make rocking soothe stress or bad moods. They said you can use them while watching TV and knitting, so it's gonna be a blast. You're gonna get into some serious multitasking, adding the rocking into the mix. There's a new metal radio station, as you can see a kid rocking out to in the trailer. Metal and knitting, name a more iconic duo. They're definitely aware this is a strange time to bring in metal. So there's this other new thing for the old folks in Sims 4. Elder Sims can use this new reminisce interaction on the rocking chair. So it has a use, but we don't know much about what you might get out of it or what it does. It sounds like a way to get random moodlets remembering that time you peed yourself trying to jog the 5K to Thorn Bailey's toilet. Let's move on to Plopsy. I haven't seen this logo in use in the new stuff that came out, but evidently it was the logo at one time. Plopsy is a system that lets you sell crafted items from the computer and ship them with your mailbox, so it Sims, eBay, or Etsy. I have something to say about this. It doesn't sound as needed as it was, but I'm going to give Maxis a pat on the back anyway. Unless there is a lot more to this than I suspect, like other than maybe when you sell, you get a little more money, that is. Well, I feel like this feature got ruined by the base game update to inventory. Because it's so much easier to sell many items now, and that some interface to sell things isn't really needed. It might be good for role playing, but yeah. Ultimately, I'd rather them give all players a free thing like the inventory update rather than hold it back just because it may ruin a thing like Plopsy. We don't know a lot about it though, I admit, and yes, a few months ago I blended the Plopsy logo when I was learning to mess with 3D objects, so that came to be useful, didn't it? So July 28th, we get to knit. This is what you as a community chose. Yet I don't really know anyone who voted for it. I blame myself because I didn't make a video to discuss voting at the right time. I'm mostly kidding, but I doubt it would have taken much to tip the vote to something more exciting. I think all in all, people want stuff to do for elders, and that's maybe where this comes from. There is not much difference in the various ages from teen and up, and it's something people want fixed pretty badly. But maybe we got those slow ideas out of the way. I want some excitement here in my bubble. The eco pack and knitting both are not very exciting topics, so I hope we see something a bit more on the wild side later in the year when we hear about the game pack that they've been working on for months. Well, hit like and leave a comment if you want to see my channel grow. I do appreciate it, and thanks for listening to me ramble about Sims stuff.